We're set to get underway here with Norristown and Chester. Both teams battling for a spot in the Eastern PIAA State Final, with Norristown on top 45-41.
Mark, I'm sure that each and every player took advantage of the halftime break to catch their breath, because it was a helter-skelter type of first half.
Norristown begins the second half with their starters, Perry, Allen, Cresswell, Giddens, and Anderson. Chester counters with Millsap, Hunter, Carroll, Smith, and Wimbush. Second half just underway. Perry starts it off with a two-pointer from the corner. Norristown on top 47-41.
He has that ability to go out and shoot the jumper. You don't always want him out there, but he can shoot it.
Smith tries to hit Millsap in the post. Harry Allen steals. Raised up, thought he had Anderson inside. Now he does, but Willie can't handle the pass, and Smith with the ball. Don't hold the ball there, you'll get trapped. Inside Millsap. Shoots a brick. However, Smith collects the rebound and follows and gets fouled.
Mark, it's terrible the way Norristown is playing their zone. They don't have any recognition of the big guys, sliding. They're not talking to each other, and the big guys getting the ball in a good position for Chester.
Smith does not convert the three-point shot. Millsap pulls down a strong rebound. Chester has a 4-on-3 in the paint. Hunter, nobody stopped him. Got to come up to that foul line and stop the ball.
Just too easy. It's too easy for Chester right now.
Norristown up 47-45. Perry goes for three, short. Giddens bats it away and pulls it in. Perry gives way to Cresswell, who handles. Hoop around pass by Anderson. There he is, Mr. Big.
He's a monster inside, I tell you. He was outside by at least 5 inches on that one, but he uses his body very well in the pump fakes.
Al measures 6'1", but he plays like 6'6", and has that uncanny knack of getting shots off amongst taller players. Something personally I think you're born with.
I tell you, he reminds you so much of a smaller Charles Barkley.
Wimbush tries to dribble through the press. One too many guys. Giddens steals and is pushed from behind by Carroll. Joe, we don't have stats on turnovers up here in the booth.
There's been a lot, though.
But each team has probably got 15 or more. And there's another.
Neither team can sustain, their offense to the point where they can develop a double-figure lead. So it's going to be a close ball game for the whole entire game.
Smith slides in the paint, spots Millsap on the baseline. He can't handle it. Jamar having a tough time this afternoon. Nice tip. Nice follow by Harry Allen. Heads up play.
Heads up play.
His shot came straight back. Instead of grabbing it, he spotted Alfonso Giddens on the baseline. Just a tip pass directly to Al. He goes up, draws the foul.
he had the shot on the left-hand side of the basket, but he went to the right-hand side and drew the foul on the big guy. I think that might be his 4th foul, Mark. I'm not sure.
Coach Lewis calls for a timeout, trying to get the Clippers back on track here. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Norristown on top, 50-45.
Like we mentioned earlier, Mark, the foul situation is not as drastic for Chester as it is for Norristown because they go almost 12 deep.
Of a change in the tempo to begin this second half. Both teams still feeling each other out. Norristown maintaining their 5-point halftime lead. I have a feeling Coach Alonzo Lewis may go into his bench. Jamar Millsap, who's normally a major presence on the inside for Chester, is not having a good night. He seems to not be able to handle the ball. Had a couple open shots early in this second half, missed them badly. Just missed an open pass earlier. And, well, as you can see, he's out of the game right now. Richardson enters for Chester. Gets the roll. He'll get one more and try to put Norristown on top by 7. Long and Richardson clears for the Clippers. Bad choice by Hunter, and Anderson capitalizes.
And Willie.
Smith into the lane, got all the way through, but shoots hard off the backboard, and here comes Perry. Perry with the leaping leaner. Norristown with their biggest lead of the night at 10. Carroll with a nice left-handed scoop.
Nobody came out to stop him, Mark. He took it right to the basket.
Allen gives to Anderson on the baseline, looks into the post. Giddens double teamed, and it goes back out to Allen, back door to Perry. Beautiful pass. Well, that time everyone converged on Giddens in the near post. Harry Allen drew the ball out to foul line extended. Immediately Derek Perry went back door, and the quick left-handed pass there caught Derek going to the basket.
And that's what Harry Allen gives him. He's about the only guy who can make those type of passes for Norristown. And right now, neither team is running any kind of an offense because the game is consists of mainly fast breaks.
Evans, baseline to Richardson, strong to the basket, rebounds his own shot and scores. John Cresswell double team, tries to duck through, spots Green, loose ball.
Here's Chester's pressure, Mark.
Clippers are fired up. Carroll from the baseline. Cuts it to 4, and just like that, a 10-point deficit disappeared. Another turnover by the Eagles.
Norristown with a good timeout, Mark.
Well, down 10, the Clippers put the blitz on. Cut it to 4 in a matter of a minute, if that.
You know, we thought Norristown's pressure was tough. I don't think Norristown has seen pressure like this all season.
But Frank, that's really been the first chance this second half that Chester's really been able to put the press on. Through various turnovers, they really haven't had a chance to set up. They finally got their chance, put a quick team on the floor, got 6 quick baskets, 6 quick points.
Norristown hasn't even shown that they could even break this press. 3 consecutive times down the court, they've thrown the ball away.
Well, if they do it, they'll have to do it with the pass.
One thing they don't want to do is pass the ball into the corner. It's a quick trap. They have to get the ball to the middle.
The Eagles have their best ball handling team on the court with John Cresswell, Allen, and Green in the game. Chester will work with Henson, Evans, Carroll, Richardson, and Smith. Trying to draw within 2. Looking into the post to Richardson, turns. Sees Evans on the baseline, back to Richardson. Nice give and go by Chester. Norristown up 2, Perry. Sees Anderson.
Oh, pretty play by Derek Perry.
Eagles counter with a bucket of their own. Here we go. Norristown now putting their pressure on, trapping out front. Carroll leans in, tries for his own rebound. Good pull away by Harry Allen. Willie Anderson will get a rest. Giddens checks in. Chester in the zone press this time. Harry Allen to Green. Well, Alonzo Lewis changed his press from man-to-man to zone. That seemed to turn the tide for the Clippers. However, Harry Allen made the long pass over that front line and got a good result underneath.
It's important for Norristown when they break the press to make Chester pay, because they're committing so many men in the backcourt to the press. And when they come down, they always have a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 situation, so Norristown has to make them pay.
The lead's back to 5. Make that 6. Evans weaves through the traffic. Back to Henson. Carroll runs through the back. Now gets the ball. Momentarily lost by Evans. Personal over the top on John Cresswell.
This is the second team foul on Norristown, so they still have a few more fouls before they're in the 1-to-1. Whereas Chester has 16 fouls. One more and they'll be shooting 1-to-1.
Chester's half-court offense has been able to get the ball in the middle turn and look and get some good shots there. The Eagles need to cut that entry pass off, especially to the middle and also to the baseline. Green will have a breakaway. Brock Green, the Eagles' best foul shooter, has a chance to push Norristown back up by 8.
So it took his time on that drive, Mark. He could have went a little stronger, could have scored a point and maybe got the foul too.
Brock converts.
You know, Mark, for as fast-paced and as wild as the game has been, there's been relatively few incidents, really. The guys have been well composed so far.
63-55. Carroll breaks free, finds an opening all the way to the basket. However, it spills in and out. Break for the Eagles. Spectacular move by Perry off the pass, but that won't go. Chester with a 5-on-4 right now. Ronald Smith fouled by John Cresswell.
I think the difference right now, Mark, is that Norristown has been on the foul line and they've been making their foul shots, whereas Chester is, I think this is the first time they've been to the foul line in the second half.
Fans calling for Condi Bates, and they'll get what they want. Condi checks in for Derek Perry, who'll take a rest.
I think Derek Perry hurt his left hand, Mark, on that fall, so let's hope he's okay. He can go back in for Norristown.
Well, someone got a piece of him while he was in the air. Although there was no foul called, Derek hit the floor very hard. Chester does not get in the press quick enough. Harry Allen able to quickly dribble through it. Smith on Allen. Cresswell for 3. In and out. Block. That's a goaltend. Good basket by Condi Bates.
That's what he gives Norristown, Mark. Another big body inside. And if they don't block him out, he'll kill him.
Well, he went up against the bigger Richardson. Richardson stands 6'6". Condi took it away from him. Well, Henson thought he had Smith breaking to the basket, gave it right back to Norristown. Norristown seems to have answered Chester's mid-quarter run with a little run of their own, back up on top by 9.
That was really important because Chester can do that to you. But if Norristown can withstand those runs like that and continue to hit their free throws, you know, they're going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the game now because Chester is way over the limit.
You said it, Joe. Foul shooting at this point in the game making all the difference in the world. Giddens called for coming over the top. Anderson checks back in for Cresswell.
You would, in other games, if Norristown had a 10-point lead, you would start to feel a little bit comfortable about that 10-point lead, but not with Chester because they do their scoring in spurts. They can make up 10 points in a matter of 2 minutes.
Henson pulls through the double team nicely. He's got to get it over the line, does. Evans double team. Anderson tried for the steal. Good defensive recovery by Condi Bates. However, Smith follows his own miss.
That was a good play. He stuck right with that play.
Ooh, Allen's three-point attempt blocked by Smith. Now he's double teamed. Anderson in the paint. Caught for a little hop. Chester trying to cut it back down to 6. There's 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. I don't know how hot it is on the basketball court, but way up here, we need the oxygen. Smith tipped away by Giddens. Norristown has a chance for a bucket. 3 seconds. So close, so close. But a good quarter by Norristown, extending their 5-point halftime lead up to 8. 1 quarter left. See who gets to the Eastern Final.
Another important fact that Norristown got through that quarter without getting in major foul trouble, whereas Chester is already over the limit, and Norristown still has 2 fouls to give.
Well, if Chester's going to find a way to get back in this game, they'll have to find it from somewhere, possibly their front court big men. If they can get the ball inside, they've had some success in this game going deep into the baseline, into the backboard. The guards are not going to be able to drive and dribble through triple and quadruple teams like they've tried time and time again that third quarter.
It's important for Norristown to win this game and not to let the referees lose it for them. They have to keep their heads. They've done a pretty good job so far, but they have to keep the referees out of the ball game.